Hello everyone, I'm the thenthapple and we're here today to take a look at Vault 112 and also Tranquility Lane, two of the most mysterious places within the Vault-Tec hierarchy of vaults. So it can be located here in Smith Casey's garage, just to the west, in the DC Wasteland, and it'll be inside this old run-down shitty looking building filled with cockroaches and quantum. So you're going to go over, you're going to go open this little panel on the wall, and then you're going to descend right into this room here, go round the back, and then go through this door. Inside here is not inside the vault proper, inside the vault proper is here. Its glorious door still locked away and relatively undisturbed. Now, oddly enough, it does not require a code to open, but you could speculate the reason for this is because your father has already went ahead into this vault and as a result already figured a way to get it open. We have no evidence for this, but it's a valid enough reason, valid enough guess. So you'll see that, unlike many vaults, this place does not look like a shithole. It's in pretty good state of repair, the monitors are all still running, and there's not crap everywhere, or roaches, or dead corpses. So you're going to go into this room right here and be greeted by a robo-brain with this to say.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault-Tec issued vault suit before proceeding. If you have misplaced your suit, I am authorized to distribute a new one. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger.
So we're told we need to proceed into a Tranquility Lounger and we need a jumpsuit to do so. So we can presume, 1, our father's using one, and 2, we'll be attacked or not allowed into the vault if we don't wear it. So you are going to have to put it on to get in here. And even here we can already see that this vault clearly runs a tight ship, it's all very heavily controlled. So we have the right and the left to go, but we're going to go left to start off with. And just take a look around this place, and finally right in here we can see it. The bank of supercomputers clearly monitoring and running Tranquility Lane and all the people inside them. Those pods are called Tranquility Loungers and we can assume the residents of the vault are present in those loungers. Though I can't imagine that they knew they were going to be in there this fucking long. So this is actually the Overseer's office and there is a way to get in here, but we can't go in there just yet. So if we go up here, we can actually get access to the clinic and we can see some x-rays, we can see a coffee mug, it looks suspicious. That's just me, but clearly people were maybe inspected medically before they entered this vault. We do not know. There's also a lot of weapons and combat armor lying around, but there aren't any human security that I can see, so maybe they were here at the start and then were just boot the fuck out, or were forced into the loungers. Also, that button does nothing. Yeah, I spent about a good 10 minutes wondering what it did. It annoyed me more than it probably should have. So in here you can actually break into it using this terminal and I definitely 100% got through in my first go. Ignore whatever the fuck the attempts left says. I definitely got through it my first try. So you have to open it using the terminal and I forgot to do that because I was a bit of an airhead. And then we're actually able to get in. Now oddly enough, it also opens the garage area. So you can get a lot of stim packs, a lot of weaponry, a lot of resources here that you're not actually going to need. And then the code to get into the Overseer's office. Now I have no idea why these would be in a terminal, or sorry, not a terminal, a garage, but okay, maybe this vault wasn't very well run at the start or well maintained. So we can actually use the key here and gain access to the Overseer's headquarters, or his office if you will. And he's in a fucking lounger as well, great. Okay, so he's in a lounger and we can't open the loungers or at all for some reason, I'm not really sure why. So his desk and his locker don't really have anything, but we can actually look at him and see that this old man is in fact decrepit as fuck. Look at him. He literally looks like Charles Xavier, except, you know, not Patrick Stewart with his awesome voice, much like mine. So you can get a safe, it doesn't really have anything too much of value, but you can give it a go. And after this we can actually check out the, monitor the vitals of some of the individuals in the pods. Now most of them are either nominal or their stress levels are fine, or they're elevated, Elevated usually means they'll play a part within Tranquility Lane. You'll have to interact with them for a specific reason. Now, one of them is very interesting. T. Dithers. Okay, you look at her stuff, it says anomaly detected. She is the only woman within the entire simulation that recognizes what the fuck's going on. She knows it's fake. And then beside her we can find unknown. Now it says unknown, the ID may have been tampered with, the file may be corrupted. Someone needs to check this out. The reason for doing so is this is actually our father, with his Pip-Boy still active, and we can assume he's alive because, well, all his vitals seem quite stable on it. So after this, the only thing left is to, well, get in ourselves. I want to point out two things. One, that monitor that folded away to the right, and the monitor to the left when we get in here, that will come down right in front of us. Now I find it interesting because it clearly displays Tranquility Lane, but I think the monitor behind us makes our brain think it's real, because just looking at the screen isn't going to make you think you're there. So maybe the monitor behind us takes the input. And here we are, Tranquility fucking Lane. Black and white, that annoying music will loop will loop forever. It's fucking lovely, and I want to point out your character is just your old ugly character's face pasted onto a child's body, which is very unnerving for me. So you can go over and you can talk to Betty, you can still use VATS, and if you try use your Pip-Boy, as you will see in a moment right here, it's been turned into a shouty watch. Yes. So then we're going to go over here and talk to Betty, this little girl.
Hi. Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun. I'm Betty. I live here on Tranquility Lane. Want to play a game?
This is very reminiscent of Saw. I do not like this.
We're going to play a game now, silly. That's what's... I knew you would. It's a really simple game. All you have to do is make Timmy Newsbum cry. He's the only other kid that lives here besides you. Make him cry.
Okay, there's a couple ways to do this. We're just gonna punch the wee fucker in the face.
Hiya. Ow!
Yeah, it's a lot quicker. And then after that, just because we're the harder and tougher kid, we're gonna fuck up his lemonade stand. Yeah, fuck you, kid. Selling your 50p shitty lemonade, bet you pissed in it. So after that, we're gonna go back to her.
You won the game. You sure showed him, didn't you?
I suppose it wasn't the most cerebral way to deal with the situation, but it was definitely effective. Consider the game won. And with that, you win a prize. Your prize is one question which I will answer to the best of my ability.
Just think of all the players who shit themselves when they heard that German man's voice coming out of that little child's face. It's creepy.
Tranquility Lane is a simulation. A reality designed to play home to the denizens of Vault 112. It was my last and greatest project. I'm quite grateful that I was placed directly in charge of it.
There have been unexpected benefits to living here. That's another question.
If you want more, you'll have to prove you're worth my time. Continue to amuse me, and I may answer more questions. Then once again, we find us...
Yeah, unfortunately you have to do her quests for now.
Are we willing?
There is always a choice. Sometimes it's just easier to make. Pay a visit to the Rockwells. They're very happily married, and I'd like you to change that. Put an end to their marriage, and we'll talk. Rationalize it any way.
I want to point out the Rockwells, their stress level was elevated, given a little tidbit on what their marriage is like. So there's a couple of ways to do this, but we're not going to do it just yet. We're going to go outside and we're going to have a bit of a look around and talk to this old lady here.
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real. None of... We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up. He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it. It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
So there is a way to skip all this bullshit and just fuck off out of here with the failsafe terminal, but where's the fun in that? We'll take a look on how we're meant to do things around here. The failsafe terminal is located in the unoccupied house, I think it's called. Yeah, that sounds about right. So now we're going to try and break them up, and I've got the easiest way to do it. Is using your speech. Now make sure they're both in the same house or else sometimes it bugs out. You can use her diary, use the stuff in the basement, plant lingerie, but I find 100 speech is probably the easiest way to go about it.
It's that Martha Simpson, isn't it?
Yeah, so now we've broken up these two loving people who were most likely married in real life because, well, they kept their real names, so that would make the most sense. So yeah, we've broken up this family and I think we should feel pretty fucking proud about it.
Roger, you son of a bitch. Did you really think I wouldn't find out?
What? Janet, what are you talking about?
Don't you lie to me. Did you honestly think you could skulk around with that whore and no one would see you?
Janet, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, someone saw you and Martha, Roger, and I heard about it. So now I know for sure.
Who told you that? They're lying, I swear it.
Stop doing that so close to me.
So yeah, we broke them up, success. Now let's go talk to the champ and see how he's doing. Surely he's taking this pretty rough.
How did it come to this?
Yeah, he doesn't really give a fuck, to be honest. Probably kill himself pretty soon. So yeah, now we go back to Betty. Fucking bitch.
So, you have achieved your goal. And at least you are cooperative, unlike your father. I was most disappointed when he refused to participate, yet still expected something from me. You have amused me thus far, but I still don't think you're quite in a position to be demanding anything. Still, I suppose you've earned the right to some further answers. What would you ask of me? Tranquility Lane was designed to be a home away from home. A new way of sustaining life after the apocalypse. Vault 112 was the prototype. We never had time to build others. As the designer of the simulation, I was given special access. Everyone else here is only subconsciously aware of the artificial reality around them. Their conscious minds accept it as fact. I have no desire to leave. Here, I wield more power than I could ever hope to in the outside world. And I use that power to amuse myself. Now, for instance, you will do as I ask yet again because I have power over you.
So yeah, as you can see, he's a bit of a cunt. And there's not really any way out of this at the moment, so just do what he says.
Oh,
There are fewer rules that...
I'd like you to kill Mabel Henderson. Please put some effort into it. Do something creative. Beating her to death won't impress me.
So there's a couple ways to kill Oil Mabel, but I'm just gonna go with my favourite and frankly the most obvious way to do it for me. Step 1, go to her house. Step 2, fuck up her oven. Yep, fiddle with that fucking light boy. Step 3, go to Oil Mabel and ask for a lovely pie.
Hi there.
Aye woman, I want one of your pies. Yep, just that one right there. Step 4, watch her fucking burn. Success. So, oh yeah, by the way, you can't loot bodies in this because obviously if you took anything from them, you can't bring it back to the real world. It's not that realistic. So go back to Betty now.
Appliances certainly...
You are most resourceful. And now, become... I don't... If it has not been made perfectly clear to you, I am in... You will continue to do exactly as I say, or you will...
And that's if I'm feeling generous. For now, though, you will become the Pint-Sized Slasher. You will kill everyone...
Behind the abandoned house, in the doghouse, are a knife and mask. He is a figure of myth, born of old campfire stories. You will make him a reality. The residents will know you, and I am afraid you're not. Now, if you're done attempting to change my mind.
Now, if you remember, the Pint-Sized Slashers mentioned both in the Fallout trailer in the back of the newspaper and in that little song. Can't really remember what the fuck it goes like. So there's two options to this. One, take the mask, you get a knife, I think it's more or less one-hit kills, and they all become hostile to you. And you hunt them down, and you kill them one at a time. Or you can go for the option to say, fuck her, and I'm going to try use your failsafe. But let's try this first. Pretty fun, I'll admit. So after that, you can go back to Betty again.
Most enjoyable.
Yes,
I shall miss your company.
the door is now open. Through it.
So after this, you can open this door, you'll proceed back out of your pod, and you'll be greeted with your father, but that's not really the ending we want. We want the one that gives us the most information. So how about we go in and we try it the smart way, using the failsafe. So there's a specific order you have to hit all these items in, and I'm gonna show you this order right now. So first of all, radio, pitcher, the old gnome, the old pitcher again, the brick, the gnome again, and the bottle. And now we've got the mainframe access, probably a backdoor of some sorts built in that will allow you to change the world. So Chinese invasion, access variant control, and the other virtual realities that were designed. So first of all, we're going to see the current version control. So we see pod 001, probably bronze, has been given administered privileges, override memory so no one can remember, and the unknown user that was edited was most likely our father who came in here looking for the Gek, and was obviously not successful. And we can't see any of the previous versions. So next we can actually take a look at some of the other programs that were available to this. So the Toucan Lagoon. So he says to get bored of it, the waves, the beating sun, he's been bored, and he needs to reset the simulation once again. After that, it's then the Saladon Shallow, I can't really pronounce that. So yeah, someone impaled themselves on rails, blood and snow, he's looking for something more dramatic. He's spent 23 years there. And then finally, Tranquility Lane. He says it reminds him of his hometown, it's beautiful irony even though it's American. He's going to be here for a very long time and toy with these people's lives. Now, what's weird is it was clearly running for longer than this, so there may have been other virtual realities. So this is actually a military training program, very similar to Anchorage, that he has requested and has loaded into his repertoire of things he can generate in this virtual reality world. Now, we don't know why, but General Constantine told him to fuck off. Constantine, possibly related to Fort Constantine, we don't know. But yes, so he has a communist incursion program, and then he's talking about why he wants it. To pull the plug, he wants it there so he can kill them all, and he's released all the failsafes so the avatars are killed. They will die in real life. Now, the reason he's did that is 1, he's got a fucking god complex. 2, he's a bit of a cunt. And 3, he likes fucking with people, but he doesn't want to do it because fucking with people, they're just AIs, is no fun. He wants real people to torment. So that's the only reason they're all still alive, because he likes tormenting real people. Which is kind of fucking sick, to be honest. So, lastly, you can initiate the Chinese invasion failsafe. Walk outside and you get good karma for this, but everyone dies, and just look at this shit. Everyone's getting shot. Somehow this gives us good karma, but killing them as a slasher is okay. I don't even know. But yeah, you can't talk to them, they don't hurt you, and you can only knock them unconscious. You can't kill them. But yeah, I'm sure Betty or Braun, I suppose, is feeling pretty upset. So
you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die, and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
Ah, shut up, you fucking bastard.
It is not over. It is not over until I say so. Do you understand me? I
just want things to go back the way they were.
He's been right here the whole time. And you were too dense to figure it out. The dog, you see.
Man's best friend.
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation, he'll be waiting for you.
But there's no...
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose? You know enough. You know this was my perfect simulation, my exquisite creation.
And now you've ruined it forever. My name is Stanislaus Braun. I'm a Vault-Tec scientist. I created this simulation for Vault-Tec, but for myself as well. It was my own design, my own perfection. A better reality than any other. Far greater than my work on the Gek.
Isn't it obvious? You've run the failsafe, disrupted everything! I have no power over you.
There's the door. Reynolds.
And so that's it. We can leave while the rest of these people on that tricycle get gunned down. We can finally leave. Now here your father will actually come talk to you, but that's for a different video. We're not focusing on him right now. Not Liam Neeson. We're focusing on what else we can find within this place. So the last thing to do is take a look here. He's stuck. We've killed all the people. They're all dead. They're no longer alive. He has no more toys to play with. And as a result, he'll probably be stuck in there until either technology fails or he decides to kill himself. But to be honest, this has been running for 200 years and seems to be performing fine. I presume the RoboBrains will maintain it as long as needs be. Probably several centuries, I would say. So yep, stay in your own hell, you shithead. And that's it. That's Vault 112 and Tranquility Lane, a virtual reality designed by a crazy, of course, fucking German scientist. And yeah, all these people got stuck in it. For some reason, killing them was the right thing to do, but with soldiers instead of with a knife. Not really sure how that logic pans out, but it's there nonetheless. Why they were stuck in here or chosen, we don't know. We never found out what the residents were like. But I would say this would probably run on for several centuries because it was very well hidden. And to be honest, it looks to be in perfect working condition. The supercomputers, everything. Every monitor seems to be connected, as you can see, to a supercomputer itself. So they probably could have ran for a very, very long time. The communism program seems to be very similar to Operation Anchorage, which we can take part in a part of DLC. But that's something for a different video. He was the creator of the Gek, and we came here both to get our father back and to find out more about it, and we did. We also got to manipulate people, and we killed them as well. Yeah, we did. Oh well. So yes, virtual reality. Technology nowhere else within the waste, and probably will die with this vault and with Braun. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. Any suggestions for future episodes or any feedback in general, please leave them in the comment section below, as they are very much appreciated. Any suggestions for future content outside of Fallout, I also appreciate. And I hope I will see you in the next episode. And goodbye. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not drop a like? If you have anything to say to me, anything to ask, anything to, I don't know, suggest for next episode, please leave it in the comment section below. If you want to watch some more of my videos, why not subscribe and get regular updates? Go watch Obvious Trailer Analysis if you want to see me take the piss out of game trailers, and have a lot more Fallout lore and more best moments to come. Also, don't forget to share on all the social media that you kids love these days, and follow me on Twitter so I can interact with you all a lot more easier because it is faster to do on Twitter, and you can ask me any questions that you want to ask. I hope I will see you in the next episode, and until then, goodbye.